everyone. Welcome back.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Wisdom.
This is the AMW podcast.
Okay, so I was scrolling on my phone the other day, and I was on TikTok, and I ran across this video about the Bermuda Triangle.
Uh-huh.
And you know how, like, it's literally a triangle and each point touches, like, a different area?
Yeah.
So the first point touches Puerto Rico. The second one touches Bermuda, obviously. That's why it's called the Bermuda Triangle. Where do you think the third point touches? Just take a wild guess.
Ohio.
Bruh. It touches Florida. Is that not crazy to you?
That is kind of crazy.
I thought the Bermuda Triangle was, like, out in the middle of the ocean somewhere. That's why ships were getting lost. No, it's right next to Florida.
What's going on in Florida?
Bruh, what isn't going on in Florida? Florida man tries to steal an alligator and give it to his 8-year-old son. Like, that's the type of crap that goes on there.
Honestly.
Because it's literally the Bermuda Triangle.
I thought that was a conspiracy theory.
I mean, it can be, like, a lot of people were saying, like, shipwrecks, everything's logically explained, it's not true.
Yeah.
But other people are like, oh, I saw, like, the Loch Ness Monster in the Bermuda Triangle, or...
The Loch Ness Monster's real. I'm telling you, he's real.
Whatever you see. You know what isn't real? Helen Keller. That girl is not real. You can't tell me that she's not.
You don't think Helen Keller's real?
No. I'm going to give you some facts.
All right.
She could not see.
Correct.
Could not hear. But she wrote a book and flew a plane. That does not make sense, Andrew. Like, explain it to me. It doesn't make sense.
Okay. Yeah. No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. I tried to think of a logical explanation for that, but no.
And then I was talking with one of my friends about this, and they're like, well, you know, she could feel the letters.
Yeah, Braille.
Like, and make an image in her head. I'm like, that's pretty far-fetched. Like, she doesn't...
How does she even know what things look like to make an image in her head?
She doesn't know what they sound like because she can't hear. She doesn't know what they look like because she can't see. Like, what language does she think in, though? Pictures? No, because she can't see.
But, like, I wonder what her, like, thoughts look like, though, because, like, she's never seen things.
Exactly.
So what does she imagine, like, when she hears the word, well, she doesn't hear. When she, like, thinks of the word pizza, what does she see?
First of all, pizza was not, I don't think pizza was a thing back then. But
how old do you think Helen Keller is?
What, like early 1900s? Like the 1930s maybe?
You don't think pizza was around in 1930?
I'm going to be really honest with you. My grandma was born in 1944, and she said she didn't have pizza until she was like 20.
Just because she didn't have it doesn't, like, just somebody was just withheld pizza from her.
I mean...
Okay. Back on topic, though. What are some conspiracy theories that you believe?
I told you, Helen Keller's not real. But
okay, like, other than Helen Keller's not, like, we got that one out of the way.
Like, Area 51, there is some evidence, but also, do you know about Area 51?
I feel like Area 51 is just, like, something that they want us to believe is real, but then, like, want to tell us it's not real.
Do you know how, like, the whole thing started, though?
No.
So basically, one of the scientists that worked at Area 51,
yeah,
after they got fired or after they quit or something, they went on and did an interview and said, oh yeah, there's aliens. I have proof, and, like, gave pictures. And he said, like, there's times where I saw aliens being dissected or beings that are not of this world, like, in the base. And he went on and said that and spread all these theories.
But, like, have you ever heard of a disgruntled employee?
Yeah, that's literally what it was. Like,
yeah, but that doesn't mean, like...
He, like, went on and did this whole thing.
He got fired from that, and he's just like...
He's like, might as well tell him.
Might as well just make up a story about, like, you know, what could have been in there, even though probably there was nothing in there.
And remember, like, when was the year when everyone's like, we're going to rush Area 51?
Literally, like, 2 years ago.
After that happened, like, there was this big, we're gonna rush Area 51.
It was like 2019. That was before COVID.
Yeah, and then I might have been like during COVID because the Naruto run Remember, we're gonna
Naruto
we're gonna Naruto run through the base. They won't be able to catch us all.
Do you remember the guy that like? Oh my gosh, he went up. I forgot his name. He went up to the guard at blocking the gates of like to get near Area 51, and he was like, hey, I'll pay you like $500 just to let me get as far as I can in like a minute, and if I don't get there, you can come arrest me. But if I get there, you can't arrest me. And the guard was just like, okay. And he let him do it, and he didn't get anywhere near Area 51.
Because, it's a government base. They're not...
Well, also, where they have guard posts for Area 51 is, like, miles and miles away from the actual place. Like, the actual facility of Area 51 is way further away.
But anyways, after, like, all that happened, there was an investigation done, apparently, by the government to, like, see if it was true or not.
Yeah.
But the person leading the investigation, after they said, oh, it's not true, nothing was found, the person that was leading the investigation got a large amount of money for solving, quote unquote, solving the case. And so people were suggesting that it wasn't properly investigated because the person he just wanted money. But also, the employee that got fired, he did an interview and said, oh yeah, I completely lied about that. It's not true. And people were like, they're trying to silence him.
Yeah, did you hear about the brand new one that just came out of man, I'm really bad with names. He's the guy on TikTok, and he saw like a giant standing on top of a mountain or something, and he went back and he saw like helicopters carrying a net and driving away, and then he like posted another video saying like, oh, like they were hauling something huge off that mountain, and he saw the giant on the mountain, and then he
I have no clue what you're talking about.
He was forced to take a video where he like looked super like uncomfortable about it, and he was like looking at the guys to the side or like as if he was reading off a prompter, and then he posted another video later. Because in that video, he was saying that all his videos were fake and, they were just for entertainment purposes. Right. And then he made another video later, like, showing him, like, almost like trying to, like, hurry up to get out of somewhere. And him saying, like, his videos aren't fake. And he doesn't know if he'd see people again because of, like, blah, 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 whatever's happening.
That's some Illuminati type stuff right there. Like,
but, like, I saw the video, and it, like, it's not, like... I can't see that the video was, like, fake. Because, like, it shows him driving down the street, and then he's like, there's a mountain in the background, which is clearly a real mountain. And then it's, like, it's literally the figure of a person, but, like, the head is way bigger, and it's, like, based on, like, how the mountain is, like, the size of that thing would have to be, like, huge. So it would have to be a giant. But I don't know if it's real. I just thought I'd throw that in there, because that's kind of crazy, too, of, like, silencing people.
Were you silent? Or were you silenced? You don't remember that?
No.
Oprah?
What is that?
It's when Oprah did her interview with Meghan Markle.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I got you. What do you think of the Mandela effect? Like, it's not really a conspiracy theory, other than the fact that people think...
It's an actual thing, though. Like, isn't it?
It's a thing that, like, happens, but it's just, like, how it was created and, like, the origin of it. Like, how does it work?
So, like... Mandela effect, it gets the name because, do you know who Nelson Mandela is? It's like an African politician.
He was the president of, yeah.
Okay. So, people thought he died in prison, like he had been, like, arrested and then he died in prison.
Well, yeah, because he was announced dead in prison.
I don't know if he was announced, but I know people thought that he was dead. And so people kept saying, oh yeah, he's dead, blah, blah, blah. And then Nelson Mandela himself was like, I'm not dead. I didn't die in prison. I'm well and fine. But people could have sworn they remembered going to his funeral or seeing his dead body even. Yeah. And that's where the Nelson Mandela effect came from, because people thought he was dead and he wasn't. And
now it's
like an
evolved from
psychological thing.
Just wondering if Nelson Mandela is alive or not.
Oh, he's dead now. Like, he's gone. like, I feel like a couple of years after he did that statement, like, he actually did die. And that's not another Nelson Mandela thing like that. He's actually dead now. But
As
I know
Nelson Mandela knew where Area 51 was. He knew it was real.
they had to take him out.
They had to take him out. He wasn't silent. He was silenced.
But another thing is like, the Fruit of the Looms, like, does it have a cornucopia or not?
Bro, it did. I swear it did.
No.
It did. It always did.
No, it doesn't have a cornucopia. And then also the
Raisin Bran guy. He
no
had sunglasses.
No,
he had
did
sunglasses.
Not. I can guarantee he did not have sunglasses.
I can guarantee you he did. I know for a fact. I can't pull up the evidence because apparently he didn't, but like he definitely did.
I'm trying to think of some more that I can't remember.
The Monopoly man never had a monocle apparently.
Oh,
He definitely did.
no, he didn't. Oh, also Pikachu's tail.
Yeah, Pikachu's tail being black at the end and not brown at the beginning.
Those are common ones though. Like
Those are really common. What was the other one? There was one with Kit Kat.
oh, the hyphen. Did it have the hyphen in the middle or not? It doesn't.
It definitely did.
It doesn't look right with the hyphen in it. Now that I was like, for a kid, I mean, not a kid.
For a kid? As a kid?
Yeah, I guess. Like 2 or 3 years ago, I would have sworn my life that it had a hyphen in the middle. I would have died fighting you about that.
Well, yeah, because it did.
But now looking back, it's like, no, it doesn't even look right.
What are some other ones? I'm trying to think.
There are none.
There really aren't. It's sort of just like personally what you remember. But
you can't even think of any because, I mean, it's your perception. Like, you don't know if it's not a thing until someone says, hey, that's actually not true. You're remembering that wrong.
Yeah, but the idea behind it, I believe some scientists did a study on it, and it was like, they were like, some part of your brain makes you remember things differently than others, or like the nostalgia part of it makes you think of it differently. And but people have made up a theory that throughout different points in time, like every decade, you switch realities without noticing. Like maybe it happens when you sleep or whatever.
What?
And that's why things are like shifted. So like the Monopoly man not having a monocle, in the other reality he did, but in this reality it was just like a slight change.
You're joking.
That's what people say.
That is why.
It is wild. It's really wild. But
that could actually be a
are you believing this right now?
I mean, like the thing where your fears are how you died in the past life. Like I have a strong fear of large bodies of water. I think I drowned in a past life or something.
Oh, I've never heard of that. That's kind of crazy. Maybe that is true.
Any phobias, Andrew?
Dude, I'm scared of snakes, bro. If I died, I don't even like thinking about that.
Snake swallowed you whole.
I'm a pretty tall guy. I don't think that snake could just gobble me up.
Average height. It could get you pretty easily.
6 feet.
You're not.
Back to what we were talking about.
I know you're lying right now. You're not 6 feet.
Hey, conspiracy theories. Okay, I gotta ask you this.
No.
Did Juice WRLD die?
Yes, but Tupac is not dead.
We'll get to that in a second. Juice WRLD. All right, let me explain this to you. Juice WRLD used to post a while ago, and he posted this thing on Twitter where he was like, hey, when I get famous, my main goal is to make a bunch of money, buy a bunch of clothes, everything. Then he said, fake my own death. And he always idolized John Lennon. And John Lennon died December 8th. I forgot the year. But he died on December 8th. He was pronounced dead on December 8th. Juice WRLD was pronounced dead on December 8th as well.
I mean, wait, how did Juice WRLD die?
I believe it was just like a overdose, and it was after a plane ride, I believe.
Oh. That could just be like a...
Yeah. Kind of thinking about it now.
I think he's definitely well and past in the grave right
now. But like then, okay, so all this unreleased music, right? People are saying they have like folders and folders of unreleased music from Juice WRLD. And if you look at like what he used to do, he was not making music that often.
Like, I feel like as an artist, you don't necessarily share everything with the public, though. Yeah, but you keep something on the down low. Oh, surprise my fans! Like every once in a while, like.
I'm just saying, I don't think he's fully dead. I think he's still alive, making music somewhere. Probably in Florida at the Bermuda Triangle or at Area 51. That's a possibility as well.
Well, this has been A&W Podcast, Andrew and Wisdom.
Thank you for listening to the A&W Podcast. Signing off.